We will return government to the people by bringing government to the people, by making it open and transparent so that anyone can see that our business is the people's business. As Justice Louis Brandeis once said, sunlight is the greatest disinfectant. The more people know about federal laws, rules, how regulations are made, and who's making them, the less likely it is that critical decisions will be hijacked by lobbyists and special interests. I think the current administration knows that too, which is why it's been defiantly the most secret government in modern times. It's time to change that. When there is a bill that ends up on my desk as president, you, the American voter, will have 5 days to look online and find out what it is before I sign it. When there are meetings between lobbyists and a government agency, we won't be going to the Supreme Court to keep it secret like Dick Cheney and his Energy Task Force. We'll be putting it up on the internet for every American to watch. And instead of allowing lobbyists to slip big corporate tax breaks into bills during the dead of night, we will make sure every single tax break, every single earmark, every single pork project is available to every American online. This builds on the Google for Government law I passed in Congress, which already allows you to see every contract, every grant, every dime of federal spending online. It's time to renew a people's politics in this country, to ensure that the hopes and concerns of average Americans speak louder in Washington than the hallway whispers of high-priced lobbyists. You know, in 2004, over $2.1 billion was spent lobbying the federal government. Let me repeat that. In 1 year, 2004, over $2.1 billion was spent lobbying the federal government. That amounts to over $3.9 million per member of Congress. Think about that. $3.9 million. So that oil companies can still run our energy policy, and the pharmaceutical companies can still inflate their drug prices, and special interests can still waste our tax dollars. The American people don't have that kind of money to spend on Washington. But they shouldn't have to. In our democracy, the price of access and influence should be nothing more than your voice and your vote. That should be enough for health care reform. That should be enough for a real energy policy. That should be enough to ensure that our government is still the defender of fairness and opportunity for every American. That's the country we're working towards right now. And that's the country I'll fight for every single day as your president.